Welcome back, one and all. This is 100 Visions Guy, and we're working on using the window builder in Eclipse. In my last video, I just told you how to install it, so if you're not quite sure how to get it installed, you'll want to see that video or find another one online. And what I want to talk about is just how to work with building out your GUI, which, of course, if you don't know, GUI stands for Graphical User Interface. Any kind of window type program is a GUI. All right, so a couple things that you should know. This works a lot, like if you're familiar with Visual Studios, it's very similar. You'll find this easy to work with. You can click on any item on your window here, and under Properties, you will see information about it. Always on top, if you change that from false to true, if that's always on top, then I don't like to do that. It's kind of annoying because people don't like it that way. So I'm going to set that to false. But anyway, you get the idea. You can click on any of these items and change things about it. Foreground, for example. Click on here. So foreground color, we can choose a color here. We can do system colors. We can use swing colors. We can name our colors. All right? And we can play around with these web safe colors. So you got a lot of options here. And of course, you can see AWT colors, very, very small subset. All right, but you get the idea. You got some colors here. That would be foreground. There should be a background color. Here it is. Also, it looks like you can set your background color with RGB, 240, 240, 240, which is nearly white. And you can set it like the others. And we have a lot of other options. I'm not going to go into all of them. I will say title might be a good idea. So click, type out what you got, let go, and look, suddenly my new window builder form, which I don't recommend you title yours that, but it shows you how you can edit it. So we've got a lot of different items here. The other thing is this is a J-frame, and if you click in the center here, see these dots, this is what's called a content pane. And one of the things that you should know is we have different layouts. I believe I've already set this to absolute. Absolute, I'll just tell you, whatever you put an item, that's where it stays, no matter what you do. Flow layout is going to allow you to resize, and things should shift around based on it. We have other forms of layouts. Card layout could be good if you want to do like some kind of card game or some kind of element where you can have items go in front of other items. And I don't even know how to do it, but I know what a card layout generally is, so it's pretty awesome here. I'm just going to leave mine as absolute. Sometimes when you select it, it takes a moment. I guess it doesn't. Maybe not. I'm thinking of something else. Just ignore me. All right, so anyway, we have components. Okay, a lot of different items here. JLabel. And by the way, if you don't know what something is, just click it and read what it says. Or click it, click on here. See, new label. Name, for example, colon. Okay. And so once we have that there's your label. Okay, so name, and then we could do a text field. I know it's a J text field. So you want to click and then click. Okay, we're going to need to move this. There we go. So you can move it around. As you move it, notice you'll get these little lines that help you line it up. So that's good. We can stretch this out. Of course, you probably don't want to do name. You probably want to write first name or something. So you can double click on an item and you should be able to get that. The other thing is, notice when I put name on there, it says label name. So that's the variable that represents that particular label. And you can programmatically change what it says, which is really cool. We'll go into that probably on a later tutorial. There's your text. So let's say we want first name or username or whatever. You change it in there and it has it on here. The other thing is layout, not layout. We should click on here. In alignment, vertical alignment, there should be a horizontal alignment. Horizontal alignment. Let's do left. No, let's do right. And then we just need to make sure that we move our other item out. So part of this is just you designing. You'll have to take a look and see how that works. Obviously, I didn't give it enough space. I can move that out. There. So you know what happened is that it aligned the text on the right-hand side. So there we go. So now we've got first name. So this is going to be a box they're going to put their name in. So you might want to go up here. Notice it says text field. I might say text or even TXT, shorthand for text, first name. Something like that. So now we have a variable that we can use that's more readable, more meaningful. And then, of course, we've got, so that's what a text field's for entering information. There's a password field, which will hide what they type, so if you need to get a password. And there's a lot of other components. We'll go into those as in future tutorials. Let's just go with button. I'm going to drag a button out. Sorry, I got to click it, and then we position our button wherever we want to put it. I like those alignment. Whoa, did you see that? Okay. I'm going to type in submit right on there while I have it selected. Okay, I want to select it, btn submit. Very smart, kind of knows what we're doing here. That's a good variable for the submit button. We double click it. Oh, look what we just did. By double clicking it, we not only have the button, but we have basically what is going to happen when we click that button. So once I'm in here, I can write the method of what I want that button to do. So, okay, I'm going to add one more thing to our design. We are going to add another label, and this is going to be the results. And we're going to take horizontal line alignment is leading. That's good. And we're going to give it a name. LBL results. Good. There's our variable. Okay. So let's go back to the submit button. What I want to do is see if I can take what's in this field and display it under results. So we double click. So the first thing we want to do is we want to know we want to know what we've named everything. So the label is LBL name, and then the text field is TXT first name. So watch this. I type TXT first name dot get text. Now I'd already selected this earlier, and it says right here it returns the text contained in this text component. So now what we have to do is I believe we have to change results. Okay, I'm not quite sure what happened here, but I moved the label results up above the submit button, and now when I do the LBL results, we have set text. And then we're going to give it text. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is have another variable for the information on here, or what I can do is wrap this command into here. And let's just see if this works. I am just randomly trying this out. And let's just see if this works. Go ahead and run it or build it. Ah, look, there it is. It worked. Okay, so kind of silly. Doesn't do anything very handy. Let's fix this a little bit. So we want to make sure that in our design of results we have enough room for all of this. And let's just run it one more time. And then I'll walk you through what exactly I did. There you go. All right, so it took what was in this field, dropped it in here. Now I'm going to test one more thing just to see. It shouldn't like that. Okay, it worked. There is nothing here. Submit. Okay. All right. So that being said, let's talk about what we did. We have one text field, and we have technically it's called J text field. We have a text field. We have two labels: first name, results, and a submit button. Now, you'll see on the code here, J label is the name, and is the type of label, and it's LBL name. We have a text txt first name, and we have an LBL results. So when we click and there's an action performed, in other words, we click the button, we are going to take the label of results and we're going to set its text, which is going to change the text, and we're going to set it to whatever value is in text first name, which is get text. So this is how we interact between them. It's actually not hard if you think about it. So we can get information from fields, we can take labels and set them, and there's a whole host of other things that we can do. But at this point, we've run out of time. This should at least get you started. I love for you to explore and just Google any question that you got. JLabel, JText field, JRadio button, etc., spinners. And there's a lot out there that you can learn and use in your own programs. Good luck. We're all counting on you.